Okay, welcome everybody to our Ordinary Women to Extraordinary Women event. I love our Wednesday chats. We're really about just sharing some stories today and hearing how our little business and products have affected different people's lives. It's really exciting to hear, and I know that we've got some great stories to come out of today, so it's exciting. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Jo and I live in Port Hedland in WA. We moved here a little over 6 months ago now from Bunbury, and I have two children who are 8 and 5. And so I've been part of this business now for about 2.5 years. So I'm going to share my business story and sort of how the products have worked for me in a few minutes as we go along. But I just wanted to welcome everybody, and we'll just switch on over to Krista for starters and hear about our amazing products and program. Thanks, Krista.
Thank you guys for having me on today. I'm really excited to be sharing on this event. It's like my favourite thing to do on a Thursday. So thank you for having me. So my name, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Krista and I live in New South Wales on the mid-north coast in Coffs Harbour with my husband and 2 kids, Nicholas and Caitlin. My husband is a self-employed electrician and I am a stay-at-home mum, and I do my juice plus as well. And I really love it. I was introduced to this business about 2 years ago. It's my anniversary very soon. And to be honest, I didn't think it was something I was looking for, but absolutely has been the most amazing thing that I've ever done. So I started with the products first, and then I moved to the business very, very soon after when I saw how amazing they were. And today I'm really lucky because I get to talk to you about the products that I love so much. So I'm going to start. We have a program that we follow as well as products. So I'll start with our program. It's the JBT program, or Juicy Body Transformation Program, and it's been written and prepared by our leaders and consists of over 300 recipes that are family friendly and yummy and super easy to prepare, which is a good thing because I am the worst cook in the world. So I don't enjoy it. Not that I can't do it, I just don't love it. So it's good that they're easy. They're whole food based, which means the goodness starts with what you're consuming, and there's no calorie counting or deprivation, which is really important. Possibly the best part of our program though is the online community, which is hosted through Facebook, and the incredibly empowering men and women who I'm lucky enough to call my friends, which is really cool. The closed page is full of like-minded people who are inspiring, motivating, and most of all supportive. And there's also a ton of resources in there. The page itself is called the Juicy Body Transformation and Shred page. And you find all the recipes, motivation, exercise plans, and most of all, you'll just find tons of support. So it's pretty amazing. There's also, within that page, they do run a shred program, obviously, which is currently running at the moment. The JBT program is more than just weight loss, though. Even though the shred is focused on weight loss, the general Juicy Body Transformation is not just about weight loss. It's about energy, gratitude, motivation, and getting the most out of your mind and body. So I've never felt healthier and happier in myself, and I've got a really good appreciation for my body now, which I never really had before, which is exciting. So that brings me to our capsules. These are our amazing products. We've got the fruit, veggies, and berry capsules there. So they're a whole food product that are made with over 30 hand-picked, vine-ripened ingredients that are pulped, slowly dehydrated and desiccated into powder form, and then encapsulated into a vegan capsule. There are micronutrients and they heal our bodies on a cellular level. So that means that basically they start with your blood and then they work their way out from there. And the best way to think of that is like having an extra 2 to 3 green smoothies a day without the mess plus all the extra sugar. They're definitely not designed as a meal replacement. They're designed to bridge the gap between what you are eating and what you should be eating. So the daily recommended serve, we all hear the 5 and 2, but it's actually the daily recommended serve is somewhere between 9 and 12 serves of fruit and veg a day. And a serve is a cup, so that's 250 mils. It's a fair bit. Before we started this program, I know we definitely weren't getting that ourselves. So I don't really know anybody who is. So they're definitely there to bridge that gap and to help you feel good about yourself and good within yourself, more to the point. We definitely encourage you to still eat as many fruits and veggies as you want to and, you know, enjoy that. You'll actually crave it. So there are over 30 peer-reviewed medical studies that have been completed on our products, with more underway, and our products have never been recalled, which shows you how credible they are. They are governed by the Therapeutic Goods Association in Australia, which allows us to distribute them. So they are very credible. Being a whole food, there are no nasties in them. So if you can eat, you probably can't see that, but if you can eat the ingredients that are listed on that label, it's a food label. If you can eat any of those items on there, then you'd be able to take the capsules without any problems. And it's also safe to, all our products are safe to take while pregnant and breastfeeding, which is important. I always think that if you can't take something when you're pregnant, then there's probably a reason that you shouldn't be taking it at all. So the products create craveability, as I mentioned before, so you'll want more whole food goodness rather than craving rubbish. They are designed by nature, which means it's recognised by the body and absorbed into the bloodstream. So some of the health benefits I've seen have included more energy, better sleep quality, stronger hair, skin and nails, better concentration, better mental health and less bloating. So for those of you who don't know, I have actually had a very long struggle with anxiety and depression for a very, very long time. And I have always been reliant on medication basically to get me through, which is, you know, some of the darkest times. That's what you need to do. But since I started with the program and the products, by cleaning up my gut health, I've actually been able to help myself improve my mental health. So the products themselves are most definitely not a cure for anything, but there is a very definite link between gut health and mental health. And by cleaning up my gut health, I have been able to reduce my medication, and yeah, I've been the happiest I've ever been, which has been really amazing for me. And that also brings me to our Omegas. Our Omegas of all our products are the newest on the market. They were only released in Australia in September. So that's our Omegas. And they're really amazing. They're literally one of the only Omegas on the market to feature 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. They're derived from plants, so are suitable for vegans. Basically what that means is that instead of taking the oil from the fish, they've gone straight to the source and extracted the oils from the plants that the fish get them from. Now, Omegas help in so many ways towards your overall health and well-being, helping to maintain healthy and mobile joints, supporting eye health, helping to maintain healthy brain and cognitive development, supporting healthy pregnancy, hormonal balance, helping to maintain healthy skin. They can assist in fat loss, can improve risk factors for heart disease, and can help fight inflammation. And they may also help improve sleep. And they're, again, safe to take during pregnancy and breastfeeding, and they're also safe for kids. So they actually taste like they're orange oil. They're flavoured orange oil. So you can actually open up the capsule and it tastes like oranges. So it's quite kid-friendly. So that also leads me into our kids' chews. So not only do the adults get some fun, but the kids do as well. So we've got the fruit and the veggie chews there. The Juice Plus is known as the company with a heart and conducts the largest observational study on children in the world called the Children's Health Study. It's in over 27 different countries, and there are well over 1 million children who have enjoyed free Juice Plus to date. This means that every day our kids are getting 17 different fruits and vegetables in their systems. Research shows that these children are missing less days of school, they're concentrating better, they're eating better and craving more fruit and veg, which I can attest to. My kids were okay before, but they weren't fantastic. So this has definitely improved that for them. Not many kids ask you for broccoli. Mine do now, so that's a good start. They're actually they're chewable, so they're little gummy lollies. They're sweetened naturally with organic root cane and tapioca syrup, and they're really yummy. I actually snack on them all the time, so they're really great as a mid-afternoon snack when you're looking for something sweet. And with particular purchases of the products, of the adult products, the children's products do come free. So that's another really good thing about it as well. So our last product is our complete powders. These are amazing. They've been my lifesaver, really. So we've got them here in French vanilla, and then we've got Dutch chocolate as well. The chocolate one is actually my favourite. However, the vanilla ones do make a mean pancake, I must say. They're vegan superfood powders, and there are macronutrients, which is our carbs, fats and proteins that our body requires. So like the fuel for our body. Again, they're not designed as a meal replacement. I choose to replace my breakfast with one of the shakes with lots of fruit, coconut milk, seeds, veggies, anything that can go in there that's good for you, any good fats. To make a meal out of it, that's okay. On their own, they're a fantastic snack. They work really well as a post-workout smoothie as well. And as I said before, they're really versatile. So we make pancakes with them, chia puddings. I put them into biscuits and slices before. Ice cream. I know ice creams are really, really big thing. Protein balls. There's so much you can do with them. I made a hot chocolate with one the other day. It was really good. So, and I ran out of chocolate ones, which was devastating, but I got my new shipment this week. I was excited, like more excited than I probably should have been. They contain niacin and vitamin D, which means they're awesome for our mental health, obviously important for me, and fantastic, as I said, as a post-workout drink or an afternoon pick-me-up. So we're basically we will never be without these products. We absolutely love them. With the Omegas in particular, my husband's had a really amazing testimonial with them. He has dodgy knees and will need knee surgery down the track, probably knee replacements. And before he started on the Omegas, he was on pain medication to manage the pain in his knees. And he's actually been able to take himself off the pain medication since he started taking the Omegas, which is amazing for him. So, yeah, we love these products. I can't imagine them not being in our lives. And honestly, they're the best thing that you can, get it into you. That's probably my best advice. So thank you for having me on today, ladies. I am very lucky to be here. Thanks, Jo.
Thanks, Krista. I love hearing you share the products, and I'm so glad that your chocolate order has come in. I was going to say that before you mentioned it, and I saw that you've got your chocolates again, so that's good. I know when things are running low in my house, I ration them out so the kids don't have them, which I shouldn't, but I do because they're my favourite as well. And the kids' chews are amazing, especially for the adults as well. I actually need to place another order because I've been snacking on ours, so they run out pretty quick in our house too. So I know I said before that I was going to share my product story, not dissimilar to Krista's at all. I've had quite a battle when it comes to my mental health. I was one of the mums that so common now to suffer from postnatal depression, and have continued to really be mindful of my depression and anxiety since then. And so I know that what I now put in my body really does directly affect how I feel. And this program has just really opened my eyes to how my diet affects what I feel and how I parent. It makes me a better mum, a better wife, a better friend, all of those things when I feel good. So it's great that I can, help other mums feel that way. But also, I feel like a better person. I don't have to be that cranky mummy all the time. This product actually came into our life and I initially thought that it would be great for my daughter. She was getting really sick a lot of the time. She was about 3 years old, getting a lot of chest infections. So any little sniffle went straight to her chest and she was on antibiotics. Like I said, we were living down south, from around May through to August, she was on antibiotics like every sort of 3 weeks to a month. So, I really wanted to be able to boost her immune system, but my husband was working away at the time as well. So knowing that I could follow the program and still get a decent meal on the table, really took that pressure off me. But knowing that I could also give the kids the nutrients that they needed in their bodies, was a huge relief, because it just gave me that insurance policy that if we had eggs for tea because things were crazy busy, I knew that the kids were still getting what they needed to grow those little bodies. So, and to perform, to perform is the wrong word, to focus and everything at school. And I know as part of the Children's Health Study, we see kids sleeping better and less doctor visits and concentrating better at school and all that sort of thing. There's so many different stories, which is amazing. So that's, it was great that I could get the free product to support my daughter, but look after myself as well. So because when I had that empty cup, I just couldn't give to the kids as much. So filling my cup was, I learned that needed to be a priority. So that's basically, that we've had plenty of changes since as well. My husband's skin has cleared up. He suffered from quite a bit of eczema, so that's been amazing too. But, the program and products have really been a total game changer in our family. The kids eat really well these days. At meal times, it's things like use your fork and chew with your mouth closed instead of eat your broccoli and don't leave the carrots on the plate, things like that. So mealtime is never going to be perfect with kids, but it is refreshing to not have to force them to eat their veggies. And like Krista said, broccoli doesn't last long at our place. It gets eaten pretty quick as well. So there are some really great positive changes. We are going to switch gears a little bit now and just head on over to Shan. Shan, if I'll get you to take yourself off mute, Shan's going to share a little bit just about the business side of things.
Thanks, Jo. Hey guys, how you doing? Thanks heaps for jumping on today to support those that have invited you along. I know it means a lot to them. So as Jo said, my name's Shan. I'm from Albury-Wodonga, and I've been with the company now for just almost 2 years now. It's coming around very quickly. So I'm really grateful, like everyone else here, for the products and how the health of my family has improved since we've started them. But what really lights me up is the business. This business has really helped propel me forward in a really positive way. So what I'd love to do is help dispel a few of those misconceptions that you may have or may have heard around the business. I know for me, they were very real. I think my middle name is Skeptical, and my husband was over the top skeptical. So happy to hope, to dispel those for you. So the first one is that, this business is going to take up all of your time. So I can tell you right now that this business will actually create time for you. You can do this business in and around your family or your current commitments. Just, by being consistent in 15 minutes a day or spending as much time as you're able to give will help make a huge difference. So I work a regular job in a corporate environment. I've got 2 children, and I've managed to earn more time at home with my boys through this business. So I've gone from full-time hours, as I said, in a corporate role. So full-time was always more than 40 hours a week, down to 15 hours a week. So I don't work Thursday, Fridays anymore, and I work in between school hours. So I've earned that right to collect my children from school, to drop them off from school, and have some time out to work on my business as well. So it can definitely create time for you. The second one is about, having to hunt, chase, or even stalk your friends. And I know that this was a really big one for me. We don't want to be that person, and nobody wants to be that person because, well, quite frankly, we all like to be liked. So in fact, in this business, we teach you how to not be that person. It's really just about reconnecting with people and, having a really genuine interest in how they're going and what they're doing. And, hopefully if they mention a pain with their health or their finances, then we're able to help them with that down the track if and when it arises. So it's definitely not about, hunting them, stalking them, or chasing them down. We can just put that one to the back of your mind or out of your mind completely. So the last misconception that I wanted to talk to you about was, you have to know a bucket load of people to be successful. Because again, like the others, this one was quite a big one for me. Now, I certainly didn't know a lot of people when I first started, and I thought that, oh my God, what am I going to do? How am I going to grow my business? Who's going to want to buy my products? But what I found that it just all happens organically, just by reconnecting, like I said before, really genuinely with people. It just happens, on its own. So a little breakdown of that is that there's 3 types of people in this business. We've got person A, who loves the program, the products, and the community that comes with it because it is awesome. And they might like to get their products cheaper or even for free. Then we've got person B, who I like to call the contributor. So basically the same as person A, but, also might like to cover the groceries or contribute to the family finances in some way. And then there's person C, and that's someone who wants to earn a second stream of income, you know, to really make something of this. And I can definitely put both hands up and say that's me. So I want this to be a full-time gig for me. I love it. I love what it does for me. I love how it makes me feel. I love how I get to make others feel. And as I said before, spending more time with my boys is worth more than anything in the world. So that's already given me that. So for me personally, I shared this opportunity with a beautiful girl called Nikki, who then shared the business with Kelly, who then shared the business with Kate, who then shared the business with Ash. I shared it with Rhiannon, who shared it with Mel, who shared it with Belinda. So you can see from this that it just grows effortlessly along the way. I kind of liken it to popcorn on a stovetop, I guess, is when you take it off, it just keeps on popping away in the background. Now, I didn't know most of these wonderful ladies in my team. I knew Nikki, but I didn't know Kelly, I didn't know Kate, and I didn't know Ash. I still haven't actually met Ash, but I have met him online. So, you know, it's amazing because I had no idea who they were, but in a really short space of time, we've really grown a really wonderful, amazing and supportive community where we help each other, we support each other, we have a really fun time together, and we get paid to do it. So hopefully, guys, that puts an end to a few of those misconceptions. I know they were real big concerns for me, and I hope that I can just, you know, help calm those for you. And I'll hand back to you, Jo.
Thanks, Shan. That's awesome. I love that you can spend more time with your boys now. It's so exciting. I know that I'm a registered nurse by trade, so shift work really isn't a family-friendly job. And being able to work from home now, I was able to retire myself when we moved up here, and I love now that I can be involved with all of those school things, the after school activities and things like that. I'm finding now actually that the kids, they're 5 and 8, they need me now more than what they did when they were younger. I get that whole mum's taxi saying now. It makes total sense. It never did before, but I'm running around doing things like you know, we've got taekwondo, we've got swimming lessons, we've got dancing, we've got netball and football and all those things, and I can be there for those activities and watch them shine and say yes, because the financial support is there as well to be able to say yes, because all of those things of course cost money. So, you know, it's great that this business has really allowed me to say yes to more things for my family. But like Shan said, the emotional revenue and being able to just share that with other mums and see that they can then say yes to those things as well. You know, I met a mum the other week that said that her kids have never had swimming lessons because they just couldn't afford it. And that really, you know, that really hits me hard, because to me that's it's a non-negotiable in our family that my kids know how to swim. So it's great that we can say yes and support other families to say yes to more as well. So it's something that I'm really passionate about, and being able to help in that way is just so rewarding. So I think we have a story from Val now. Val, if you'd like to take yourself off mute, and we can switch on over and hear what you're up to.
Hi, Emma, thanks. As Emma said, my name's Val, and I am coming to you from wintry old Nelson in New Zealand this morning. It's freezing cold here. I reckon it's about 1 degree outside. So to tell you a little bit about myself, I've been with Dress Plus for about 20 months now, so almost 2 years. And before Dress Plus, we were in Australia, and I had a traditional business, and I was just working it flat out like you do, 7 days a week and really long hours, you know, 50 plus hours a week I'd be doing, and I just found I was exhausted. And of course you're saying no a lot more to family and friends, just didn't have the time, or when I did have the time I was too tired. So during the last 2 years that we were in Western Australia, my mum became quite sick, and we soon sort of found out that she wasn't going to get any better from it. And so it was a bit of a trying time trying to run a business full time, and knowing that you just want to spend as much time as you can with mum. My mum passed away in June of 2014, and 6 months later, one of our teenagers tried to commit suicide, and the stress again was overwhelming. Sorry, I still get emotional about it because I think of where it could have gone, and how incredibly lucky I am now. We decided we would come back to New Zealand because it was just super important for her to come back and have all that support. And when I first got back, Heath and I agreed that I'd just have a look around and get the kids settled and the home settled and things like that. And I knew that I didn't want to go back into a traditional business. But when you work for yourself, it's quite hard to want to get back into a workforce again if you sort of know from a business owner's perspective. And so I had quite a bit of time on social media. And I saw a girlfriend of mine who I have known for over 10 years, and she'd come and worked for me for a while, and she became really sick and wasn't looking too good the last time that I had seen her. But she was coming across my screen on social media, and she was doing a push-up challenge and, I don't know, doing step-ups on park benches, and she was just loving life, and she was looking so good. And so I reached out to her because even though we had sort of got past a huge crisis point with our daughter, it was still heavy on my mind, and I had lots of anxiety, and I wasn't sleeping at all. And when I don't know if any of you have suffered from anxiety, but you just get a horrible breathing pattern happening, and it actually feels like, to me, it just felt like I was going to have a heart attack. My heart was going and things like that. It wasn't a very good feeling. And so I reached out to her, and she introduced me to Juice Plus and the capsules, and she said, they've just been helping so much. And I thought, right, I want those. I want them in my life, and I needed something. My family needed something, and also we needed to be a second income family, as I think a lot of people do nowadays. And this, to me, I could just see the opportunity. And so in May last year, I hung up my apron because I did go back into the workforce shortly for a short time, and was back in hospitality, and I was happily able to hang the old apron back up and not do it. But I do a couple of days respite here because I just like to be out there amongst people, so that's awesome. And this business for me was a godsend, and like I said, the product I've found so much help, I think, and support through it from what I do eat and what I should be eating. So yeah, I'll be on the product for life. I love it. I have far better sleep. I think 2 weeks into taking the product, I woke up one morning and I thought, oh my God, I've slept all night. My husband, his back, he had eczema all over it 6 weeks into taking it. It was just a really very pale pink on his back, and so he's sold, and he was the biggest skeptic, and he's fully sold on it. So yeah, that's my story, and thanks for having me on, ladies.
Thanks so much, Val. My goodness, I cannot imagine just what you have been through, and to have this community now here to support you is, I know I'm eternally grateful for the community in the way that it supports me. So I can only imagine, just how incredible that's been for you. So thank you so much for sharing today. I really do appreciate it, and do appreciate how difficult it is for you to share. So thank you so much. We are going to go now to Sharon. Switch over and I'll spotlight you, babe. And Sharon's going to share her amazing story. Go for it, hun.
Hey, Val, I did warn some of you girls to bring tissues when Val speaks.
You did.
I'll let you know just really quickly. I'm going to actually share how we make some money in this business. But before I do that, I just really want to point out that As someone who invited the person that invited Vel into this business, I didn't really know Vel's backstory. When I was doing some work with her as a teamie to help move her along, I just thought she was a woman that just wanted to get out of work and just be able to be home. And wasn't I quite pleasantly shocked on a call one morning when she said, if that's all you think, and then she opened up, and I have not stopped flooding from tears every time she shares it. And she calls herself the boss granny. I love it. We've got to create a beautiful friendship, and that's probably, when you girls are talking about a community, that is something that is really close to my heart, because so many of us women are always so disconnected from so many people in this world. We're connected to like our family unit and maybe a few people that we have to deal with that we probably don't want to deal with because we're stuck in a job that we don't like, or we've got family that we don't like, and we miss the concept of being able to reach out to a broader community. And that's what I love that this business has done for us, and I am forever grateful to have Vel in my life, as well as all the rest of you girls. But I want to sort of share how we get paid. And so I have some people say to me, you know what, Sharon, money isn't everything, and people that just want money are greedy. And I really want to share that money is an energy, and so are we. And some people may think that's woo-woo, and some may think that that's true, but I just want to let you know that money seriously is an energy. And if you want to think about the energy that comes off you, think about what happens when you wake up and you have a really good feeling. Think about what happens if you wake up and you find there's 500 extra bucks in your bank that you weren't expecting. Think about what happens when you just get somebody that acknowledges you, that you've been perving on for a little while. Like energy, like good energy, like I'm just trying to go wide here. Good energy like just brings back more good energy. And when we have slumps and we're worried about bills, and somebody doesn't like me, or I'm not happy in the job I'm in, like that energy creates a whole new different vortex. And so when people say to me money isn't everything, I just say it kind of really is, because without it you don't have choices and you're stuck doing crap that you really don't want to do. And I was a 5-time world champion boxer before I come across Juice Plus. And I ended up pregnant, so my boxing career ended probably about 5 years earlier than I expected it to. And I'm sort of pregnant for half a decade. I obviously excel quite well at the things I do. 5 world champions, 4 world titles, 4 kids. But seriously, what I did find was I felt like I had lost myself. My kids are incredible. I homeschool them. I love them to pieces. But I had this vision all my life that the reason I wanted to be a world champion boxer was to show women and to show young girls, just go and chase your dream. It doesn't matter if it's not somebody else's dream. It doesn't matter if it doesn't fit in the box of a ballerina or a dancer or whatever it may be. We're not all those things. We're whatever we want to be. And to sort of end up feeling like a washed up, exhausted mama bear of 4 beautiful little boys. I had twins. I had a little boy with who's got Down syndrome. I didn't have him. I have him, and a heart condition, and then another little one that's is sitting around the autism spectrum as well. All incredible little boys, but I was just exhausted, and I had this message that I wanted to share with the world on how incredible women were, and I was like, how the hell am I going to do this? I can't even move. I'm so tired. By the time the day hit 5 o'clock, it was glass of wine, cook dinner, sit down and watch TV with the kids. And I can probably imagine, put your hand up if that was you, or maybe it still is. And that's okay. But I can say now, 3 years into this business, I'm not the same person I was when I found this business. And I definitely don't watch any TV. The kids watch some TV. Mostly it's them watching how they can improve their YouTube channels, because they want to be the best YouTubers, because they want to create an incredible life as well, which is pretty awesome considering they're all 10, twins of 10. I've got an 8-year-old and a 7-year-old, so it's pretty cool. But what I want to share is, seriously, in this business, I want to share how we get paid. That's a really good tripod. And we actually get paid 3 ways. Most people get paid. Stop laughing at me. Most people get paid one way. They get paid once a week or once a fortnight or once a month. Like, imagine that, by their boss, or they're stuck on some sort of government support, which is where I was in the beginning. And so we get paid 3 ways. So we get paid retail. So in our business, it's all about, what we suggest is that you use the products and become a product of the product. You don't have to, when it comes to retail, you don't have to go and buy a stack of products and hopefully you sell them before the expiry date. We connect a customer with the company ships everything, the company looks after all the payment details. We just get to love on our customer and help them on their journey. And most of our customers start off either they're friends in the beginning, or they're people we don't know, and then they become friends, because we just have so much of a connection with people. So our retail is really cool. So I like to think of us as a drop shipping kind of business where we just like put the info in and off it goes, and we just make sure they're happy on a regular basis. So for us, like, we use the products, we just share our results on the products, and then we obviously recommend what people could use. And we also, when we're talking on this business about our community, when you help other people step out of their comfort zone and be able to grow a little bit of a side biz, and I think Shan was sharing before, you got person A, person B, person C, when you start becoming person B and person C and you're sharing this or wanting to make money out of it, as we help teach people, we get a little bit more money from the company for teaching people how to do this business, which is super, super cool. And then, so just to let you know, if you don't ever plan on being a woman that can lead people, this business has got lots of mirrors, so it helps you fix up lots of flaws, but it really helps you grow into a person who just comes from a servant heart, and you can serve so many more people and help so many more other families get out of whatever problem they're in when it comes to finances, and really just see light of day. The big one that I love is our bonuses, and I love this because yes, we get paid on the 10th of every month, but what I love is the bonuses are always forever. Every time you bring someone into this business, you don't even have to teach them, because most of the people that start this business don't even really know about the business, and that's why these calls are on. So you can just invite people to look, and then we help you coach them and show you how to use our system, which is step by step by step. This is step 1, step 2, step 3, and we hold your hand while you do that, and it's so simple. And then unfortunately, you become all of our friends, and that gets even more exciting. And you cry more. So I'm just going to share one of the first levels of the business is SDVF. Here you get $400 when you get to SDVF, and this is on top of these two, by the way, and the person that's invited you to the business gets $400. How much did you miss?
Keep going.
I just look back and I'm like, no, I can't take that call right now. I'm busy. So SC is $600, and the buddy that invited you in is apparently it's Sharon's hotline. Let's all call Sharon right now. It's a $600 bonus. The next level of business, I'm going to keep my eyes here, is SSC. It's a $1,200 from $600 to $1,200. That is huge. It's obviously like a leadership position, which is not hard to get to. Let me just let you know that. The only thing that's hard about it is just being in your heart and being able to find how to get out of that thing of, I don't know if I can do this, because we just want to show you how to like debunk that myth as well. And then the next one is QNMD. Here is a $1,500. I'm just checking my phone to make sure it's not ringing. $1,500. Now, if you can imagine that you go and invite one of your besties into this business with you, and you go and help them get to SC, that's $1,200 for you and then $1,200 for them. Then you help them get to QNMD. So obviously, we've helped you do whatever you need to. $1,500 for you and $1,500 for them. Can you imagine the cruise or the party or whatever celebration you girls could go on? It's incredible. And we always like to say that the bonus is, please spend a chunk of it on yourself as a woman. Like, just go and spoil yourself for the work that you've done and recognise what you've done. NMD is a $3,000 bonus, and the person who invited you into this business gets nothing because they're already doing really well. They don't need more bonuses from you. They're probably getting bucket loads of these from other people they've invited in. And so to let you know, by the time you get here, you have made 80K, between 80K to 100,000. So just say this is a part-time thing that you did for maybe 2 or 3 hours a week, broken up into, you can maybe do 10 minutes a day, three times a day, 5 days a week, and imagine adding that to your bank account over about 3 years. Like, that's pretty powerful stuff. Now, most people, you go get a second job and you would spend it all. Like, you can't even keep up. Most people get a second job because they're still broke and they need to make more money. So what I love about this business, I hit NMD in like 16 months. I don't even know how to share my story. But what happened for me is, and I had no money prior to this, trust me, I was like stone broke. 4 kids, floor to floor, like in my parents', I had 1 bedroom in my parents' home, which is like a little upstairs thing, which is above somebody else's home. It was just so, I'm glad they're out of there. I'm glad I'm out of there. We had wall-to-wall mattresses, so me or the kids didn't fall off the bed. and we had nothing. And I was just like, this is not what I signed up for. There has got to be more. So I always say this business is like a big white box with a big red ribbon, and you can rip that ribbon off as slowly or as fast as you want to. And then what comes inside it is just beautiful. But when I got to NMD, like this was like the most amazing month for me. I had to help someone get to QNMB. And I actually had helped, I didn't have to, but I helped somebody else in my team get to SSC, which I introduced. And then I helped a couple more get to SDVF in my team, all in my front line. And that was like, and I got that. So sort of kind of do the maths on that. That was a pretty awesome bonus month. So just to let you know, to be able to make something like this, most people need to go and get 3 or 4 jobs and like just not spend from one of them. And one of the things I like to share is, one, I have enough trouble remembering what calls I've got to get on now, let alone thinking if I had 2 or 3 or 4 jobs I had to get to, I wouldn't even know what uniform to put on. You know, not to mention all the commuting to work and all the rubbish that goes with that, the stress and the pressure, and then trying to please someone all day, every day. And then we put ourselves down, insult ourselves and say that we're not good enough because we can't do better or we can't do more, or we can't make them happy or whatever it may be. And I just like really want to share that if not this, if you're looking for a way to be able to create an extra $300, $400, $500 a month, or if you want to create a full-time income, $5,000, $8,000, $10,000, $15,000, $25,000 a month, then like if not this, then what are your other options? Network marketing is definitely, you know, we always say it is a better way. It's a way where you get to grow as a person. It's a way where you get a community of supportive people behind you. Now, trust me, this doesn't happen in all network marketing industries, companies, but it does in ours. And we get to be able to help people grow people, which is what just fills me up. And that's how you end up in tears when, you know, we get on these calls and we see women that have like come from where they've started to where they are now, and we just flood ourselves and blow our eyes out. So I guess from what I'd love to share is, you know, you could be one of 3 people. You could be someone who would look at this and think, these are all nuts, I can't wait to get out of here. One, thank you for staying on as long as you have. If you're doing this live or as a recording, we really appreciate it because time is really important. But it may not be for you, but you may know a couple of people that want to look better and feel better about with their health, or you may know a couple of people, and that even could just be you, but you may also know a couple of people that you know are struggling financially, are in credit card debt, and are, you know, really financially challenged, and they can't do holidays with their kids, or, you know, or just women that want to get out of work, and men as well. Like, obviously we're not just stuck around women, but you may know a few people that this may resonate with, and I just ask that if you do, that you connect them with the person that invited you here. You could be number 2 where you think, I have got loads of questions, I just need it, this feels right in my gut, you know, it feels really right to me, but I've got loads and loads of questions. And, you know, please know we are not a sign-up club. We get paid no money for signing people up. And if we did, I probably wouldn't be in this company anyway, because I wouldn't want to think that I'm getting something for getting someone to sign some paper versus being able to improve their health and their life. But we're not a sign-up club, so we definitely don't throw you out in the street and hope you go off like a firecracker. This is a business where we hold your hand and we show you step by step by step exactly what to do. Or you could be so my thing is, please go and get your questions answered. And if you want, we're here every week at this same time. You can always invite other people to come back and have a listen. You know, and we always suggest that you invite family and friends to come and listen too, so they can see what it is that you're looking at, and they can see that we're real people and we're not some crazy cult that, you know, are going to rip you off all your money, because that just doesn't happen. And then you could be person 3, which was me, that when you saw this, I just put both hands up and said, show me the way. Trust me, I didn't do it right. I went and spewed fruits, veggies, and berries over 25 very influential people in the boxing industry. Please don't do that. If this resonates with you, reach out to the person that invited you here and get them to show you how you take an interest in somebody, to see that this could be something for them as well. Because no one likes to be spewed on at all, no matter whether it's real or whether it's just verbal words. So yeah, if any of this feels like it resonates with you, please reach out to the person that invited you here, connect with them, and just get all your questions answered. And like I said, we are here every single week at this time. This is just an event to just create family freedom, like extraordinary lives. We say we're ordinary people. I don't believe any of us are really ordinary. We all have got such incredible stories. So yeah, I'm going to shut up because I'll end up saying too many beautiful things. I love all of you. You're all so beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharon. You always blow me away with your energy. It is phenomenal. So thank you so much for sharing with us today. Thank you to everybody for sharing with us today. It's been an amazing event. And like Sharon said, anyone that has joined or is watching the recording or anything like that, please let us know. Please reach out. We welcome questions. I know I was super skeptical in the beginning as well. It was only that this was introduced to me by a friend that I loved and trusted, that I was prepared to jump in and see what this could be. And I thank her regularly for sharing this with me. So that's it from us. If you want to come back next week, please do so. But yeah, thanks for joining. See you, girls.